there, Diana from Adirondack Girl at Heart. Today I wanted to share with you some of my recent vintage finds with a focus on Christmas. I have found a number of really interesting Christmas ornaments and decorations over the past few weeks, so I thought I would put them all together and show them to you. I paid $1 or less for all of the items that I'm about to show you. I'll start with my favorite. This is a little candy box. It would have been filled with candy and given to children at an event, or people might have given them to friends as friends came around to the house for visits near the holidays. I just think it's darling. I've never had one. I've read about them and I've seen them, but this is the first one that I've ever owned. I'm not completely sure of the value. I'm gonna say around $10. They are unique, and they're made out of cardboard, very light cardboard, so they would have been probably thrown away as soon as the candy was finished in most cases. Got a number of Santa Clauses. This is one of the most interesting ones. The felt is worn, and the way it's worn makes me think 1950s. It's an apple head Santa, so he was homemade. He's got real knit green gloves, this really darling tree, and yes, the mice have definitely been munching on him. I'm thinking about possibly cutting it down to about there, and yeah, I'm not sure the value I would put on him. I'm gonna say like $20, $25 if I can spruce him up a little bit. And then I found this roly-poly made in Hong Kong Santa. He's hard plastic, dates to the 1970s, value $8 to $10. Another Hong Kong. Actually, the roly-poly, I think, is actually Massachusetts. He was Massachusetts. This guy's Hong Kong. Unfortunately, I didn't realize he had an accident. Without the accident, he'd be worth about $10, I'd say. With the accident, I may end up using him in a project. This is a newer Santa. He's marked 1996, but I love this stoneware look. I would price him at about $10 also. That's it for Santa Clauses. I picked up a couple of interesting crocheted ornaments. I have seen these. I've owned a couple. I just thought they were really pretty. This one especially. Look at this. It looks like a pomander. A lot of work went into that, right? Probably not worth a lot more than $5 or $6. I might bundle them together. And then this really darling little stocking, I would price him at about $10. That's crocheted. Couple of trees. This is a newer one. It needs a little work straightening out some of those branches, but really sweet. New, made to look like a feather tree, and I will probably price it in the $15 to $20 range. This bottle brush tree I think is so charming. I believe it's older. The sisal is lightened, as you can see right there. I feel like it was glued onto this new plastic base. I have some old wooden bases I'm gonna glue it to and price it in the probably $15 to $18 range for that tree. A couple of ornaments. This glittery globe has bottle brush trees in the background and those three angels. It's so cute. I am going to list a lot of ornaments on Etsy this year because I had success selling Christmas last year. I will price this in the $12 to $15 range. Here's a evil looking snowman made in Hong Kong on the bottom, dating him to about the 60s or 70s. He needs a new nose. Hard plastic, $8 to $10. A nice indent, probably Polish, with glitter decorations. Can't resist that pink. I will put it together with some other ornaments to sell. Here, I thought this was interesting. It's a little piece of tinsel inside the ornament, and I will put a cap on that. So you may or may not have heard of brushed cotton. It is a vintage way of making ornaments. These are brushed cotton birds. Birdwood, or spun cotton, I'm sorry. We're gonna get brushed. Spun cotton. The frame of the bird would be covered or spun around with cotton thread. And this tag right down here originally said made in Japan. I would date these to the 50s, 40s or 50s, and will hopefully sell them in the $12 to $15 range. And then here's an example of a little elf. His head is made out of spun cotton. Then he's got chenille legs and arms, and then a little felt hat. And he's not signed on the bottom. Value $8 to $10. Another little elf. This one's sitting on a log. He's got a hammer in his hand. Also, well, more at $5 to $8 on him. Picked up this metal zeppelin. It's signed Germany on the bottom, but I think it's new Germany, as in post 1990, but still nice tin zeppelin based on an older design. $10 to $15 for that. Next, some wooden ornaments. Look for those that have a lot of detail in the design and in the faces. These are about $5 each. I will likely put a bunch together. I mean, look, that horse has a sisal tail and a sisal mane. Very cute. And this one with a couple of trees, Santa on a train. And then there's a little, can you see the little smoke coming out? That's just a little bit of poly fiber fill. And then this one is, I would call this Swedish or German, with the design on the side there. Lots of felt clothing. He's worth about $10. And then I have some miscellaneous. I just thought this was so weird looking. These aren't the glitter decorations. So she's got glittery hair, 1960s, possibly made in Italy. It has an Italian look to my eye. A glittery boot with mercury glass beads and some other decoration. I would put $10 on that, $10 to $12 on her. This is a new star made to look old that I think I will be keeping that because I just love it. And made in Japan, signed on the back, made in Japan, a clip. This is a butterfly, a pink butterfly clip. Has a really modern sort of look to it, doesn't it? But it's from the 60s probably. And I'm gonna say $12 to $15. I think that's really unique. And the last Christmas item I have to show you is this weighted candle. I believe it's new, although I'm not 100% sure. I need to do a little more research. But you know, back in the day, they decorated Christmas trees with candles and they lit them. And often the trees caught on fire and the house burned down. So they stopped doing that. But this would rest on a tree branch just like that, and the weight would hold it in place. So I've never owned an old one, and so whether this is new or old, I'm just fascinated by how it works and what it looks like and what it feels like. So that's it for my Christmas finds. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. And as always, happy hunting. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment or ask me a question if you have one, okay? All right, happy hunting.